All right, the weather has been awesome all week, which means much more time spent out in the garden and much more time relaxing, which means barbecue nibbles. That's what we need. So I'm actually going to do some nachos today, but we're going to do a little bit of a take on them. So we're going to be regular nachos, but we're going to do them with chicken wings. We're going to make all the accompaniments that go along with it. So there's 4 main elements. The chicken wings obviously are one. We'll do them in a minute. That's a hot element. We're going to make our own nacho cheese sauce. Again, another hot element. There's 2 cool elements, so we have the Pico that goes with it, and we're going to do like a sour cream and chive dip as well, just to add a little bit of a cool element in there as well. So best thing to do is get the 2 cool elements done first, then we can worry about the hot ones. Alright, so we'll start off with the sour cream and chive dip sauce. I don't know what way I'm going to do it yet. Might be a dip, or I might just put it in there with everything else. We'll find out. So very few ingredients go into this, which is nice. So we'll start off with roughly equal parts sour cream to mayonnaise. I'm not being fussy about this. Weather like this is not the time for science. This is art. So in with the sour cream first, get out the pot. So this is a 150 gram tub, but I would say just make whatever suits you. Okay, then same with mayo. Okay, next up then, garlic clove, which we're just gonna put through the microplane. Grate that through so it's a nice fine pulp. It's not getting cooked out, so you don't really want any big chunks in there. Should be enough. If you're doing more, obviously put more into it. Okay, then the last thing, at the minute it's just a sour cream dip. We need chives. That's where the new planters come in handy. Small bunch of chives. I don't know, how do you measure chives? Square them off with a knife and then just cut them into nice fine little bits. Okay. And in that goes. Give that all a mix together first. Okay, then the last thing to go in is pepper. And similar to the tzatziki last week, you want plenty of it. It's all good. Okay. Give it a taste. Now we're good for pepper. Afterburner kick of garlic too. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Element 1 done, get that in the fridge. We're gonna come back next then and make the pico. Right, the pico is where the real freshness comes from, because our cheese sauce is going to be really rich. We're going to have those nice sort of hot sauce chicken wings in there, really rich flavour too. So this is going to be the palate cleanser of them all. Again, not a lot in it, there's nothing complicated. We have 2 large tomatoes, which we're just going to finely dice. We then need half an onion. You can go white or red. I'm going red this time. The juice of half a lemon, 1 chili, so just any kind of green chili, jalapeno, or red if you want, doesn't matter. And a little bit of chopped coriander. So we literally just dice all that down into as small a dice as you can get, and get that into the bowl and mix it together. Alright, apologies if you can hear the dog going buck daft in the background, but there's not much we can do about it. So chicken wings is just a full pack of chicken wings. They're broke down into drums and flats. Really, we're just doing this to get the meat. If you ever have leftover chicken wings, you can use them, but I don't think I've ever had an occasion where I've had leftover chicken wings, so I don't want to say it. But you can always exchange it for a different meat. KJ's already fired up. Just for direct cooking, I'm just going to do them my usual way. Grates on the top, nice high heat, give them all a nice crisp all around. As far as the wings go, we're just going to give them a quick drizzle of oil. Right, and then rub-wise, we are going with the Angus and White Mexican, one more rub. Figured because of nachos, kind of fits well. Always take out the little white thing. Give them all a good liberal rub. Right, that's all, give them enough of a coating to get them started anyway. So we'll take these over to the grill. We'll put them on, cook them until they're ready, and then we'll lift them off and let them rest. We're going to strip these off the bones, obviously. Nobody wants to be picking through bones whenever they're eating nachos. So once they're on the grill, you can give another little dusting of this if you think there's any that are light on flavouring. You want to build as much up in there as possible. So we'll get these grilled off, then we'll come back and we'll make the queso or the nacho cheese, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so our wings are off, resting. We can focus on getting the queso made now. We're gonna go in with 2-3 tablespoons of melted butter. So just our large cast iron skillet on here warming up. We'll let that butter melt down. And we're gonna make kind of like a basic roux before we start adding in the cheese. So into the butter then, we're gonna add in about 2 heaped tablespoons of plain flour. Just mix that through. And once your flour's done, that's cooked off for a few minutes. Start adding in our milk. A little bit at a time. And once the pan starts to dry out, you can add a little bit more in. Just keep it moving. That's the last of it. Okay, now we're going to go in with our cheese. So we've got 350 grams of cheese here, but we're actually going to put half of it in now and then save the other half to put over the top of the actual nachos themselves. And add a splash more milk to it. It's starting to get a little bit thick on you. And last bit of cheese just to go in. And then we have 1 red chilli that is just diced down nice and fine. And we'll mix that through while that last bit of cheese is melting. Okay, once that cheese sauce starts to bubble in, you can go ahead and lift it off. Nice consistency, nice color. It is nacho time. All right, the family are ready for these. Sun's starting to go down. The bags of tortilla chips gives us our base to work with. We have the rest of our cheese that we had, just sprinkle that over. Then we have our wing meat. So I've already took this off the bone. We can just kind of dollop that through. Still plenty warm, but by the time we dump this hot cheese sauce onto it, that'll be more than enough to warm it up. Oh, we're going to be eating well tonight. Okay, then some pickled jalapenos, because why not? With jalapenos everywhere in it, might as well have some pickled ones too. Plus I love them. They tend to make most things better, so I don't know why nachos would be any different. Now the star of the show, well, I don't know, but the cheese sauce. My days. Alright, now we're going with our fresh stuff. So we have our Pico. I'm just going to come in, put little dollops of that everywhere. People can kind of dig in as they want. And we'll leave the rest of that. If they want any extra, they can grab it. And finally, I wasn't sure if I was going to put this on, but I think I am. I think it needs a kind of little hit of it. So we'll just put a little drizzle of that sour cream and chive over the top. Awesome. And we'll leave that at the front. That is ready to munch. All right, time to dig in. How do you even fit all this onto one chip? It's going to be messy. Just accept it and go on with it. Okay, chip with Pico, bit of chicken on there, jalapeno, bit of cheese sauce on it, a little bit of sour cream. That is a bite. This isn't going to be pretty. Look away if you're squeamish. Oh, the wings are good. The cheese sauce kind of coats your mouth. Then you bite into tomato. The sour cream comes in, kind of washes everything away. And once it washes everything away, the heat starts to build up. Oh, they are good. I don't know how long I can get away with just sitting here and eating without calling the family out. All right, I'm going to sneakily eat as much of this as possible. I will leave recipes for everything in the description below. Go and check them out. If you give them a try, tag me in your photos on Instagram. Let's see how many I can get through before anybody comes. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I might be halfway through these by the next video.